happening. I came home from work, I shared a post and I said, if this helps one person, and I'm not lying, why on earth would I lie about this? I'm saying it because people need to know, and more people need to stand up, doctors and nurses. So many of them have been fired for speaking up about what's going on. We started reaching the height of the pandemic, and I had no work, and I had no furlough neither. Working for the NHS staff, we were laid off and told to claim universal credit. So on the news every day, they're giving you the death rates, how many people are dying, and people are getting more and more scared. And I'm like, I don't see it. I'm on the inside, and other people can see it as well. When we're out clapping for the NHS, I did it for the first 2 weeks because it was going to happen, we were all going to die. Well, it didn't happen, and I stopped clapping, and I felt embarrassed. I didn't want to go in the supermarkets with my badge and get special treatment. Lots of people felt this way. We're all living in uncertain times, and I'm talking on behalf of my children, my children's children, and your children. If we carry on the way things are now, what is their future going to hold? My job as a healthcare assistant, I've worked on several wards, and I'm at the point now, working, I don't want to go to work. I love my job. I don't want to go to work because of the mask wearing. I'm anti-mask. I believe that I am safe, that my immunity is safe. To stand for 12 hours in a mask, I just can't do it. I get headaches. I'm constantly being reminded to pull my mask up above my nose. How on earth, if everybody is wearing masks and I'm wearing a mask, why do we need to social distance? It doesn't make sense. Lots of you now, I think the government have actually done us a massive favour by putting in the new rules and guidelines. Because people are like, oh, we only have to be in groups of 6 now. You know, this is 6 months on. I'm surprised people didn't start questioning it 4 months on when we had to start wearing masks. The disease is dying out. I'm not denying that there is a flu coronavirus, but the numbers don't add up. More people die of the flu. If you sit down and you do your maths, you go on the World Health Population Organization, divide it, you will see that not even 0.5% of the world population have died from this virus. And those that have died have been very vulnerable people. Very vulnerable people catch the flu and they die of the flu. I believe this to be no different. We have a flu vaccine. We still get the flu. People still die. We had a SARS and MERS outbreak 15 years ago. There's still no vaccine that can cure this. And if people really believe that they can come up with a vaccine for this, that's 99.95% against your odds of getting it, why do we need a vaccine for it? We didn't have a vaccine for SARS and MERS. We're not going to get one for this. And I don't want to be a guinea pig for this. Sorry, I've got a really dry mouth. Nerves. All the rules, they're not law. Lots of you, too scared to go in a shop without a mask on. I've been shopping without a mask from the start. Nobody says anything. Half of the people in there shopping are wearing their masks under their nose because they're too scared for anybody to have a go at them. People need to start taking their masks off. Walk around and be free. You're only asking for your human right to breathe. Once that's taken away, what is next? On March the 19th, 3 days prior to lockdown, the government announced that the COVID-19 was a non-highly contagious infectious disease. This is on the government websites. So read about it, find out some information and stop watching the BBC News because they're lying to us. There is a much bigger agenda here, and some of those who are awake will know what's happening. The BBC, Facebook, they're all owned by the same people, all the news channels. Bill Gates, He's a lovely man, isn't he? Saving us all, making this vaccine. He more or less owns the World Health Organization. Go where the money is, follow the money. All of the second waves, where have they come from? They haven't come from and they haven't happened yet. All the beaches, all the festivals that people have gone to. I went to London 3 weeks ago and stood in a crowd of 35,000 people. We were like this. Where has all of the new cases, all the new deaths, the second wave? It hasn't happened. Yes, there are more cases because we are testing every time. Why are we testing? What is the point of testing? To frighten people, exactly. You're exactly right. Because of the lockdown, we've had double the suicide rate than this time last year. More people are dying because of this than those who would have normally died. People working, people are in hospitals and care homes. It's been 6 months now since they've had visitors. What is going on? Why can't you go in and wear a mask and visit your family member? Why can't you visit them anyway? Apparently, we might have a new lockdown in 2 weeks' time, or 10 p.m. curfews. You've got to be saying now, the numbers are going down. Why are they suddenly introducing all these new rules? This time, if a lockdown happens, I don't believe that people are going to abide by it. We all understand that we have to follow rules, but some of the rules are not law. The mask wearing is mandatory and not compulsory. We need more people than ever now to really say, off with the mask. This is my face and my space, as one of my friends has said. But we're being scaremongered beyond belief. People going out driving cars with gloves and masks on. People are talking up. Doctors, nurses. They've lost their jobs over it. I haven't lost mine yet. I'm not telling any lies. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm saying the numbers, they are all wrong. People thought the hospitals were overflowing. They weren't, they were empty. I had no work for 3 weeks. Still empty. All of this track and trace stuff. Why are we testing? What information do they want from us? Why do we have to leave our name? So we can be imprisoned in our homes if we test positive? I'd like to see now if we all had a test. I'm sure we'd all test positive because we all have that coronavirus in our body from previous viruses and colds. You see a doctor with a virus, what do they say? I can't do anything for a virus. Big names coincidentally die, people that speak out. This is old news, but people like Rick Mail, Jill Dando, when they want to speak up about Jimmy Savile and the massive paedophile rings, they're killed off. The divide because of the mainstream is massive. The Nightingale hospitals used to scare people. How many were built and not used? They were saying the Newquay airport was going to be a morgue. It was never used. These were all scare tactics. If they can get us to stay in our house and wear a mask and stay 6 feet apart, what can they get us to do next? Will you be bowing to your government, or will you be saying, no, I want to make a change? For those of you that feel vulnerable, feel free to wear a mask. Protect yourself. But I want to breathe through my nose and my mouth. I don't think it's too much to ask. If one person here listening today goes home and starts doing some research and spreads a few seeds, then it's worth it. I'm not keen on this whole new speaking out. It's scary, and for 3 days when I was asked, it's like, oh. But there's got to be loads of you out there that have got your stories. Start speaking out, start saying things on Facebook and social media. The lockdown, I've said, has killed many people, but it's not just us as well that know it's wrong. The police, they're here to serve us. I'm not complaining about the police. They've got family, they've got children, but they know that this is wrong as well. A good percentage of them. They've seen what's been happening. virus is so contagious and we cannot breathe on anybody, why does it take a 6-inch swab to go down your throat to catch it? Why can't you just breathe on it? Anyway, I probably have got bits to say, but my mouth is so dry. Thank you for listening, and I just want to say, live in love and not fear. Would anybody else like to get up and share a story while we're waiting for Piers? And he is coming, by the way, just running professionally late.